Revelation chapter number 6, verse 5 to 6. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard a third living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. Then I heard what sounded like a voice among the four living creatures, saying, "A quart of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages. And do not damage the oil and the wine." That may sound somehow to some of you, but that is the third horseman of the apocalypse. We'll talk about it in detail later. But what it's simply saying is, it depicts an apocalyptic famine. Jesus Christ made mention of that in his Olivet Discourse, that there will be famine in diverse places. So the black horse depicts death, and the pair of scales was talking about food rationing. When we talk about scales, you know what it is. And the Bible says, "Hurt not the oil." It means luxury good, expensive good, cars and those things will be very much available. Nothing will be happening to them. But the basic necessities, wheat and barley, they are very scarce. And let me show you something. Under normal circumstance, a penny, that is a Roman denarius, or a day's wages, in Jesus' time, will buy 8 measures of wheat and 24 measures of barley. A denarius, a penny, will buy about 8 measures of wheat and 24 measures of barley in Jesus' time. But the picture we are getting here, the Bible says, in the tribulation, a penny will only be able to buy a measure of wheat. That is instead of the 8. And the same penny will only be able to buy 3 measures of barley instead of 24. So the idea is that there is 1/8 of normal food supply available in the future. The new world they are promising you, that is what they are talking about. So what will bring about this thing? It means there will be a major crisis to the global economy. Today the windows for major crises are wide open. For instance, a war in the oil producing Middle East will shoot oil prices very high, leading to economic collapse. The talks of Russia, Iran invading Israel, a major war on nuclear level, will trigger global economic collapse. According to Dr. John F. Warwood in his book entitled Armageddon, Terror and Oil, he explained that third world countries struggling for survival will be destroyed by disruption in the price and availability of oil. Then he explained that the break point will come when demand suddenly exceeds supply. Oil prices on the commodity market will spike. Nations will rise to hold more strategic reserves. Perhaps Ghanaians will be holding our own here. And the high cost of petroleum products alone will force the wheels of Western economies to grind to a halt. Then he explained that the world will change forever on that day. So a major war will trigger that economic collapse to that proportion where 1/8 of normal food supply. So imagine how people are going to eat. The Bible has indicated this thing ahead of time. One of the things we have learned in history, from the pages of history, that every dictatorship, just like the one that is coming, has been preceded by severe chaos, anarchy, lawlessness, social breakdown. So dictators actually capitalize on a major crisis. Either they orchestrate the crisis or they just take advantage of a crisis, promise the people heaven on earth, and then history has always shown that the opposite is always the case. Are you getting it? So we look at all these things and realize that in the future, in the near future, there will be a catastrophic global financial meltdown. People will lose value for their money. There will be chaos all over the world. There will be protests against governments, and the whole system will be in a mess. Anything could happen. The rapture will happen in the midst of all these things. And then the global government get on course, capitalizing on the financial system, and then they impose an order. So from now you have to be judging from all these prophetic revelations as to what the future of the global financial system look like, and the ultimate destiny of the new world order. Is it for better or for worse? You have to understand some of these things. The new world order marks the dawn of the darkest age on the planet, the dawn of the West tyranny, engineered by men who oppose God. That day you understand the presence of the church on earth all this while. For those of you who will be left behind out of your own negligence, you understand the kind of evil the church has been preventing by its presence on earth. You understand what it means for a world to be rid of people who preach peace, love, and all manner of things. The tyrants will take over. And those of you who reject Jesus Christ, you have to accept that system. There's nothing you can do about it. As H.G. Wells put in his New World Order book, published back at 1939, countless people will hate the New World Order and will die protesting against it. So prior to the arrival of the Antichrist, one of the sure things is that there's going to be an interesting commotion in the financial front. And we are seeing the experiment of that already. 2008 global financial meltdown. Many of you don't know what it means. But the shock waves was felt every part of the world. Are you getting it? As we speak, the Eurozone is going through a financial stuff.